ज्ञानमेव भान्तमनुभात्येतत्समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः।
न तु वस्तु एवं न तु वस्तु एवं जन्माद्यस्यतः
न तु वस्तु एवं न एवं अस्ति न अस्ति इति वा विकल्प्यते। विकल्पनाः तु पुरुषबुद्ध्यपेक्षाः। न वस्तु याथात्म्य ज्ञानं पुरुषबुद्ध्यपेक्षम्। किं तर्हि वस्तुतन्त्रम् एव तत् न हि स्थाणौ एव एकस्मिन्
स्थाणौ एकस्मिन्
स्थाणौ
एव इज नॉट देयर न हि स्थाणौ एकस्मिन्
स्थाणुर्वा पुरुषः अन्यः वा इति तत्त्वज्ञानं भवति। तत्र पुरुषः अन्यः वा इति मिथ्याज्ञानम्। स्थाणु एव इति तत्त्वज्ञानम्। वस्तुतन्त्रत्वात् एवं भूतवस्तु विषयाणां प्रामाण्यं वस्तुतन्त्रम्। तत्र एवं सति ब्रह्मज्ञानम् अपि वस्तुतन्त्रम् एव भूतवस्तु विषयत्वात्।
There is distinction between the pramanas in the case of Brahma Jidnyasa, in the case of knowing what Dharma is and what Brahma is. Dharma Jidnyasa and Brahma Jidnyasa. There is a distinction. In the Dharma Jidnyasa, if you want to know how a yaga etc. is to be done, all that is necessary is Shruti and other Sahakari Pramanantara which are there already in the Shruti. With that you can ascertain how it is to be done. As for Brahma, for ascertaining Shruti and other things, Sahakari Pramanantara are necessary. In addition, Anubhava, Manana and Nididhyasana, these are necessary. What is Anubhava? Brahma Sakshatkara. Vidvad Anubhava means experience of Jivan Muktas. You can't say Vidwan. You say Vidwan means a scholarly person also is a Vidwan. A scholarly person need not be Aparoksha Jnani. It can be Paroksha Jnani. So Vidwan here is a Jivan Mukta. Jivan Mukta, his experience, that is the Pramana as such. Now, why so distinction? In the Dharma Jidnyasa, you don't need the Anubhava because Bhuta Vastu Vishayatvat Brahmajnanasya Anubhava Avasanatva. See, this word is very clear. Anubhava Avasana. Brahmajnanasya Avasana. I know you know Avasana. Avasana means end. If you don't know, at least you know the word Deha Avasana. End of the body. Dying is what? End of the body. Deha Avasana. So that means here it was final. End means Brahmajnana. What is that Brahmajnana? Shabda Brahmajnana. You have taken to Shravana. Manana you have already taken to. Yet direct cognition is not there. It should culminate. But in the case of Kartavya, What is kartavya? Dharma. Something to be accomplished. No anubhava required. Why not required? Because anubhava is not possible. Why not possible? It is sadhya, whereas Brahma is siddha. So it is very clear. I don't know how they get confused about the anubhava required and not required, and they venture to translate the word anubhava not to mean experience. With rambling semantics, they try to do all these things. Generally, just other day I was telling, I give Bhagavad Gita class. Sukham atyantikam yattat buddhigrahyamati indriyam veti yatrana chaivayam sitaschalati satatvatah. Now their word comes veti. What is veti? With veti means one who knows. Now Bhashyakara is giving the meaning of veti as anubhavati. If at least he should have given what janati, is it not? No. He says anubhavati. He gives anubhavati. What does it mean? He doesn't want to use the word knowledge there because buddhi grahyam, grasping by the buddhi. अभी मालूम हो गया क्या है? क्या है? अत्यंतिकम सुखम. But
not agrahyam.
Atindriyam. Atindriyam means not Vishaya Janitam. That is fine as that. That is fine as that. But Buddhi Graha, Atma is like this because it is Nirupadika. No? Sorrows are because of Upadhi and therefore Nirupadika. It must be Atyantika Sukha, limitless Sukha. But what is your discovery, your experience? That you don't ask. That you don't ask. So one may mistake it to be that Veti and Janati, knowing Parokshataha, no Anubhavati. In that context I told, see, if Anubhava means knowledge, why should Bhashyakara give the meaning of Veti, knowledge, as the Anubhava? Why should he give that? See, that I quoted one thing from this Sutra Bhasha 4th chapter. In some other context, say Shankar Bhashyakara says, the daughter is not get married to kill the son-in-law. Like that, commentary, Bhashyakara has not written commentary to confuse you, but to clarify what it is as such. So, why he should bring the Anubhava there as Anubhavati in the place of where Janati is there, etc. So, these are all in mischievous, irresponsible translations as such, because you first conclude something and then try to justify it, if not this thing. So, therefore, it is very clear. Now the question is, here in Kartavya, Anubhava Apeksha Nasti. Why it is not there? Because the result is dependent on the will of the performer of the karma. There are many possibilities, many options. One may do, one may not do, one may do in some other way, etc. One can take two varieties of this. Why? These options and these possibilities are given by very Vedas themselves. As for the knowledge of a given thing, it is not given to your sweet will. It is determined by what? The vastu. So therefore it says, we had seen this, but all the possibilities like what was called as the vidhi, nishedha, utsarga, apavada, etc. We have seen in that Ratna Prabha, that though we have seen it was not recorded. Last but one line. See, tatha ahavaniye juhoti iti utsarga. Utsarga is what samanya shastra, a general rule that it is something to be done. So when in the yaga or havana, oblation is offered in the ahavaniya fire. So ahavaniya is a specific garhapatya, etc. The specific fire is there. Means in the yajna kunda, the fire on a particular side has got a different name, dakshinagni, etc. Then ahavaniya. This is the general rule. But he says in some yaga, I don't know which it is, whether it is Ashwamedha yaga or we don't know what it is. Ashvasya pade pade juhoti. Oblations are offered at every step of the horse. Exception. Iti apavadha, iti viveka. So the distinction. So now one may say, this is fine. What is wrong? Ishtapatti. Ishtapatti means something desirable. You should have options, is it not? One way, one path, how it will work as a, so you should have options. Possibilities are there. According to one's own taste, you can have it. You can have a choice as such. Say, in the case of not Brahmajnana, in the case of knowledge of any blessed thing, the knowledge is determined by the thing, not by the individual, nor by the pramana. So therefore say, Ishta. Ete means what? Vidhi, Nishedha, Utsarga, Apavada, and such things. He says, Brahmani Syuhu iti. Let them be also applicable to who? Brahma iti. Ishtapattim. Apatti means, you know what is apatti? Calamity, but here it is prasanga. Ishta prasanga. Means this is a desirable occasion. Yes, let Brahma also have this. Ishtapatti means Ishta prasanga, a desirable occasion. Varayati refutes. It is not so. Na ityadina. Na ityadina, how long it goes? Bhuta vastu vishayatva. That's why I read entire portion. So he says, these, what are those? Vidhi, Nishedha, etc. do not apply to Brahma. Why he has to tell that? What was the occasion? See, the argument was, if you say Brahma is something propounded by Vedas, like the Dharma, and Dharma doesn't need experience, so therefore Brahma also doesn't need experience. Why stop there? Go further. All the things applicable to Dharma should necessarily apply to Brahma. And if you this thing, you will make mockery of yourself. So that is not, therefore that is to refute that argument. Only because Dharma doesn't need experience, you can't say Brahma doesn't need. And we have already seen why Dharma doesn't need experience. Sadhya, whereas this is Siddha. So one may say, oh, maybe Siddha, even then why do you want the experience? Let us reserve for Padmapadacharya, okay? he will take care of it. Padmapadacharya is going to take care of that, etc. So that will say, so therefore he said, it is not possible. Take the Bhashya, Natu Vastu Evam Naivasti, we have already read. Now you take this word by word. No, already read. You see your book now. Say, Natu Vastu Evam Na Evam Asti Asti Nasti Iti Va Vikalpate. You cannot have doubt about the Vastu, a given thing. Need not be Brahma only. This is applicable to any blessed thing. So, a given thing, not Vastu. He says, Evam na. It is not like this. Evam asti means is of such type, is not of such type. So that is what is called as prakara vikalpa. A vikalpa, that means an option in terms of his prakara, the way. It is of such nature, it is not of such nature. Both possibility optionally, it is not natu vastu vikalpate. Then he says, asti na asti va. Swarupa vikalpa. Earlier was prakara vikalpa, a doubt or that is that option in terms of his mode of existence. The second one is that it is the very Swarupa vikalpa, whether it is there, or it is not there. Such vikalpa, such that means bheda, or that is possibilities are not there. Iti na vikalpate, so it is not doubted. Why? The reason is given. Vikalpanaha tu. Vikalpanaha can mean doubts, or it can mean varieties of possibilities. Vikalpanaha, doubts or varieties of possibilities. Purusha buddhyapekshaha. Apekshaha means ashritaha. They depend on the buddhi, the will, the intellect of the individual. So all the doubts and the varieties of possibilities are based on, dependent on the Purusha will, the will of the individual. Natu vastu yathatmya jnanam purusha buddhyapeksham. This is very important. Vastu yathatmya jnanam, knowledge of the true nature, yathatmya, yathartha swarupa, knowledge of the true nature of a given thing. He says, na purusha buddhyapeksham, doesn't depend on the will of the person, doesn't depend on it is not determined by the will of the person. If that is the case, we know what will happen. When you sit for lunch, etc., some items have been prepared. You don't like it. Then what is that? It should be like this. Huh? It will become. It will become. Because you are the one who determine. So it will become. So what was made was, you wanted some payasam. And this was sambara deva. Sambara deva. This is payasam. It became a payasam. It is not dependent on this thing. You have to suffer sambara only. So therefore he says, so that is na purusha buddhyapeksham kintari. Bhashya, continue. Then what? What does it depend upon? Means vastu yathatmya jnana, the knowledge of the true nature of the thing depends on what? That is the question. Kim tari? It says vastu tantram eva tat. It is tantram means adhina, ashrita. Vastu adhina, vastu ashrita means it is subservient. The knowledge of a given thing is subservient, dependent on the vastu itself, for which illustrations are given. Nahi sthana, let us say there is a sthana. Sthana means a post. The post. Nahi sthana, ekasmin, one and the same sthana in the post, given a post or a stump of a tree, a dry stump of a tree, says sthana ekasmin. Sthanuhuva, is it a post? Purushaha, a man means a thief, mistaken for a thief in the darkness. Anyahava, or something else, a lamp post. Anyahava iti tatvajnanam na bhavati. If you have got a doubt, is it a post? Is it a man? Is it a lamp post, etc.? This is not. So long as you have got these doubts, it is not the knowledge of the sthanu. So na bhavati. So then what is the what is the right knowledge? What is the wrong knowledge? Tatra. Tatra means in those three possibilities. What are the possibilities? Either sthanu or purusha or anya, something else. In these three possibilities, he says, purushaha anyaha va iti mithya jnanam. It is either a man means a thief or a something else. This is mithya jnana, means erroneous knowledge. It is not the correct knowledge. It is erroneous. Sthanuhu eva iti. No. It is what? Verily, sthanu. It is a post. It is a stump of a tree. Iti tatvajnanam. Tatvajnanam means the knowledge of the thing in reality. That is the knowledge of the real thing. Why? Vastu tantratva. Because it is vastu adhina. It is determined by the thing and not by the will of the individual. nor by pramana. Nor by pramana. Evam, in this manner, bhuta vastu vishayana. In the case of things which are bhuta vastu means existent, means purva siddha, already existent, because otherwise sadhya also will come into existence afterward. He says bhuta vastu means purva siddhu vastu vishayana, already existing thing. Pramanyam, pramanyam means the correctness of knowledge, authenticity of knowledge, validity of knowledge. Pramanyam, authenticity or the validity or the correctness of knowledge. On what does it depend? Vastu tantram tantram. It depends on the Vastu tantra and not Purusha tantra. Vastu tantra. This being the case, what about Brahma Jnana? Brahma is Bhuta Vastu or Sadhya Vastu? Bhuta Vastu. So therefore its knowledge is determined by what? Brahma, not the Purusha Tantra. So therefore, Tatrevam Sati, this being the case, Brahma Jnanam api Vastu Tantram eva. Bhuta Vastu Vishayatva. Brahma Jnana also is dependent on what? Vastu. Right? It is Bhuta Vastu Vishayatva. It is about the thing that already exists. That already exists. Bhuta Vastu Vishayatva. The answer of Bhashya is over. Now let us take what Padmapadacharya has to say. Of course, Ratnaprabha also says same thing, but I have preferred Panchapadika. Do you know why? It is like a direct disciple. See, nobody can question, nor can anyone. Oh, it was not written by Padmapadacharya. That also can't be done. Because there are they straight away, because if something is not convenient to their own way of thinking, this is the author is not Shankaracharya, but and they have got some thesis. I told you, be very careful about this PhD thesis on Vedanta during British period. I am not talking of this. During British period, all these are coming from that this thing, because who are the guides? Like Dr. Thibaut and all these were the guides, that their orientation is different. And these people have want to get the certificate. They want to get the certificate. They have to please the master. Otherwise they will not get the certificate. They have not gone there as a mumukshu. They have gone the bubukshu only. Yes. Yesterday only one of a student told, one gentleman came to that person in some other context. And while talking, it turned out that gentleman is PhD in Bhagavad Gita. PhD in Bhagavad Gita. And must be from some Bihar university. Even from Bombay University or best university, where are the students for philosophy nowadays? Even those Sanskrit professors and Sanskrit teachers are becoming unemployed because there are no students with that. Therefore, poor fellow has to earn something. No, he took to marketing. Then this gentleman asked him. He was very interested in our student. He was interested in saying, "Can you tell me something about Bhagavad Gita?" You know what he said? It is all marketing. Bhagavad Gita is all marketing. I remember, Max Muller was someone who was adored by Indians. And the Indian youngsters who are going for ICS, now it is IAS, ICS, they had that fad to meet him as such. So once a youngster by name Chaturvedi, name was Chaturvedi, and he went to meet him, he sent the message. And Maxwell came to know, card was there, and he read Chaturvedi. Because he was translating, he was so happy. All the way he came from up to the gate to receive him. So receive him and took it, and so he said that chai pani kiya. Generally he can't afford, so everyone has for him give some tea and snacks, etc. And so after the thing, he said, "Sir," next word is telling the answer, "Sir, I am translating Vedas. I am stuck up at one place. because he took him to Chaturvedi means he knows all the four Vedas. See, can you please help me? And told him, you know what this youngster said? Vedas, it is all nonsense. Max Muller took him to task. What? You be Indian and that also. He took him to task. That is what anyway, these are the things going on. Of course, that is not the mistake of the gentleman, because must be like the guide told him, you see this marketing aspect in Bhagavad Gita. Anyway, that is there as well. So that's why better know Shastra as it is, and if it is difficult to accomplish that, better send SOS. Ishvara is there too, but don't try to twist to one's own convenience, so that because somehow we can say this wishful thinking doesn't work. You know that cat psychology? They say when the cat drinks the milk, it closes closes the eye. Nobody will see it because the house lady is going. Nowadays fridge is there. There is no olden days they have to keep out only as they say. I don't. It must be true. I think, or it may be the nature of the cat to close the eyes when this, but it is misinterpreted or something like that. So like that. So you can't say it will work, etc. So that is not better know what it is all about. So that I say, this is Ratna Prabha we have seen. Now let us see what Padmapadacharya has to say. Take the book, you are this thing, Katham. I hope you have got it. The last page top. Let's say, Katham, how come? What is that question? Says, you are telling in Kartavya. Bhashya tells what? In Kartavya. In Kartavya means where? In Dharma Jidnyasa, Anubhava Peksha is not there. How come? He is asking that question. Means how there is no requirement of Anubhava in Kartavya Vishaya means Dharma Jidnyasa. Answer, who gives Panchapadika Padmapadacharya. Kartavyam hi kartavyatva. Kartavya means that which is sadhya, which is to be produced, which is to be made. So therefore kartavyam, he says kartavyatva, last page of supplementary sheet. So kartavyatva, kartavyat means because it is yet to be produced, yet to be accomplished, yet to be done. So therefore kartavyatvat eva asiddha swabhavam. What is asiddha swabhavam? Not yet existent. Na siddha. It is not yet existent. It has not come into existence because it is yet to be produced, yet to be processed. And therefore na anubhavitum shakyam iti. It is not possible to experience. Iti, you can add for clarity, hetoho. Iti hetu. Because it has not come into existence, and therefore so that which is kartavya, that which is sadhya, is not available for experience. Fine. Then let it be Brahma also like that. No, before that he said, iti means because of the reason, na tadakanksha. There is no akanksha means requirement of tad. Tad is what? Anubhava. In kartavya vishaya, in dharma jidnyasa, in the thing to be done, sadhya, produced, there is no requirement of anubhava because it has not yet come into existence. You can't experience something that is not there at all. Now he says, ihatu. But here means in which case? Brahma. What is that Brahma? Bhuta vastu. Purva siddha vastu means in the case of knowledge of Brahma, which is Bhuta vastu, which is ever existent, he says, Siddhasya sakshad rupena viparyasa grahistasya. Siddhasya. Siddhasya means which is already existent. Now here a Purva Paksha comes. It is elsewhere there. Now Siddha is Anubhava Yogya or Anubhava Ayogya? Yogya. Siddha means existent word, a thing is available for experience. Fine, that is good. We accept. What we accept? An existent thing is available for experience. But only because it is available for experience, why do you need that experience? See, look, you go to a chemist shop. There are so many medicines. You have got enough money in your pocket. Otherwise, credit card also is there. So, okay. Now, the medicines are available or not?
Yes.
Is there a rule that you have to purchase them?
No.
Huh?
No.
Because say, medicines are available. You have gone to the chemist shop. You have got enough money. Is it necessary that you have to do? Why? You should have a need of it. Because of some disease, doctor has prescribed you and you should take. Otherwise, what you have to do with them? Like that, Brahma is there, yes, it is Bhuta Vastu, exists and agreed. But why you need the experience? Because some gadbad has happened. What has happened? You are experiencing it quite contrary to what it is and you have landed in problem. See, even at times it happens. See, you are experiencing something wrongly, but that can be beneficial also. That can be beneficial also. Means a wrong experience at times can be what they say is a blessing in disguise. It can be blessing in disguise. See, that is that. So suppose you are going somewhere, etc. So just for a fun, you picked up a piece of glass, colorful it was, and it turned out to be ruby. You know? You picked up just in a fancy, a colored. See, you picked up it's a very nicely shaped, etc. And it must be a piece of glass, but looks nice. You picked up, but it turned out to be ruby. Mistake is blessing or not?
Yes.
So like, but many times mistakes is disastrous. That is that. That is what has happened here. What has happened? In the case of Brahma, we are experiencing, but how we are experiencing? As samsari. Therefore, the vision needs to be set right. Without anubhava, it is not possible. So therefore, the Purva Paksha for this is given elsewhere. Nanu siddha swabhavasya anubhav. It is not in your book, not in your sheet. Nanu siddha swabhavasya anubhava yogyatve api. Number one, it is existent. Number two, it is available for experience. But still, why do we need experience? Let it be. Let Brahma mind its own business, we mind our own business. Why should you bother about that? No, answer is given. Answer continue, Panchapadika. He said, Na tu siddhasya. Do you know what has happened? This problem has taken place. Sakshad rupena viparyasa grahitasya. Add there Atmanaha. Sakshad Panchapadika. Sakshad rupena viparyasa grahitasya. Then add Atmanaha. So what has happened is viparyasa grahitasya means which is cognized erroneously. No doubt it is siddha, it is existent, but it is cognized how? Viparyasa grahita means it is cognized erroneously, you say, and how it is cognized erroneously? Sakshad rupena, aparokshataha, directly it is experienced as what? Something wrongly, as a samsari. Problem is there or not? That viparyasa is the problem, and that also viparyasa, no, once in a blue moon, no. Moment by moment it is totally misunderstood. Say sakshat rupena viparyasa grihitasya samyak jnanena sakshatkaram na mithya jnanodaya nivrittihi. He says, if this knowledge is not gained, the viparyasa grahana, mithya jnana, erroneous notion doesn't go. What is that? If this is not there, take anvaya. Sakshat karanamantarena samyak jnanena mithya jnanodaya nivrittihi na. Sakshat karanamantarena samyak jnanena mithya jnanodaya nivrittihi na. He says, without this erroneous knowledge, erroneous experience cannot be eliminated, cannot be destroyed. Without what? Sakshat karanamantarena samyak jnana. By samyak jnana. Now you should know this. What is samyak jnana? What is samyak jnana? Actually, samyak jnana can mean the right knowledge. But here, a clause is put there, sakshat karanam antarena. Antarena means vina. Without the sakshat karana. What is sakshat karana? Brahma sakshatkara, Atma sakshatkara means the right type of knowledge, that is right type of shabda jnana, knowledge of Atma, Brahma, gained through Shruti, and rightly it is, that is known, but short of Sakshatkaranam. Short of what? Brahma Sakshatkaranam. What is that knowledge? Come on, tell me. Paroksha. Paroksha jnana is correct. Jiva Brahmaikya is correct. Jagan Mithya is correct. But what is lacking? Sakshatkarana, Brahma Sakshatkara, Aparoksha jnana is lacking. And he says, therefore, by Samyak jnana means Shabdasya Samyak jnanasya, the correct knowledge as per the Shruti in terms of Paroksha jnana, but lacking Sakshatkaranam, that is Brahma Sakshatkara is lacking. By such Paroksha jnana, Mithya jnanodaya nivrittihi na. Mithya jnanodaya means the Brahma. Mithya jnana is Brahma. Udaya means following, rise or advancement. Here it is continuance. We are already with Mithya jnana. The continuance of the erroneous knowledge, the Brahma about Atma Sarupa, Brahma Sarupa, its nivritti, cessation, removal, not possible. For which illustration is given. Dvi Chandradishu Tatha Darshana. In the case of examples of Dvi Chandra, two moons being seen because of some upadhi, finger, etc. Adi for Rajju, Sarpa, Sthanu, Chora, like this, say Adishu, Tatha Darshana. What is saying? Unless direct experience of the thing in question, direct cognition of the thing in question is there, the erroneous notion cannot go. So here also the same thing. Now the Purvapaksha told what? In Dharma Jidnyasa, what is not required? Anubhava, not required. Why? Veda is the pramana there and here. He says, though Veda is very important point, though Veda is the pramana in Dharma Jidnyasa and Brahma Jidnyasa, mode of imparting knowledge differs. What is called as avabodhana prakara. The prakara, the way, the mode of imparting knowledge differs in the case of dharma jidnyasa and in the case of brahma jidnyasa. He says nahi kartavya siddhartha nishthayoho, means between these two things. One is kartavya nishtha, kartavya artha nishtha, other is siddhartha nishtha. Nishtha means centered on. In the case of thing which is centered on, kartavya means sadhya thing, means in the case of a thing which is yet to be produced. Other thing is what? Siddhartha nishtha means about a thing which is already into existence, already in existence, which already exists. Say, in the case of this, means in the case of that which is centered in doing or accomplishing it, and in the case of that which is already existent, is pramanatva samya, because both, only because both have got same pramana, pramanatva samya. Avabodhana prakarepi samyam iti na is there in the beginning. Avabodhana prakarepi, in the case of mode of gaining the knowledge, is similar, so you can't say. Dharma jidnyasa pramana is Veda, Brahma jidnyasa pramana is Veda. Therefore, mode of gaining the knowledge, both one and the same. Come on, bhai, tell me. Vastu tantra, not Purusha tantra, not even pramana tantra. Not it is not. See, you want to see this microphone. Pramana is determined by your will or microphone. You have to see, you have to make use of the eye. You can't say, all the time I'm seeing, let me see with the see only, not here. Let me see with the ear. You can't say. Why? The Rupa determines the Pramana. It has to take to Shotrendriya only and not Chakshu. So therefore, the knowledge of a given thing is neither determined by the Purushatantra, will of the individual, nor by Pramana. You see, it is not Purushatantra, it is not Pramana Tantra, it is Vastu Tantra. So therefore I say, only because Pramana is similar in both the cases of Dharma Jidnyasa, Brahma Jidnyasa, you can't say the mode of gaining knowledge is one and the same. Now he says, if it is same, yadi syat, if the mode of gaining the knowledge in the case of kartavya nishtha vastu and bhutartha vastu, siddha vastu, he says, you are landing in lot of problems. See, yadi syat, he says, purushecha vasha nishpadyatvam api syat, means knowledge will be something that can be determined according to the will of the individual. Purushecha vasha nishpadyatam, nishpadyatam producing. Knowledge can be produced according to what? The will of the individual. Means who determines the knowledge? Vastu or this individual? See, look. You went to bank and updated your passport. There are only 150 rupees left out. And you said, no, 1 crore 50 lakhs rupees. What happened? Suddenly what? 1 crore 50 lakhs rupees. You are knowledge, no? See what book use? Book use the knowledge of not book. Passbook, bank passbook. Gives the knowledge of bank balance, is it not? So therefore, you said no, 150, no, I don't want 150. It should be what? 1,50,000 crores. Bas, ho gaya. All monetary system will crumble down. So therefore say, so not possible. Say that is say Purushecha Vasha Nishpadyatvam api syat means Purusha Tantratva means being under the control of a person is true in producing the result of something to be done and not in the case of knowledge of a already existent thing. So that is the different thing. So what happens? Okay, let us say, what is let us say? Knowledge is Purusha Tantra. And Purusha Tantra means what? A given individual has got many options, is it not? So they have got many options. So all options in the case of karma will apply here. What are those? We have seen this, the Panchapadika state. Tataha. Tataha means consequently, for that reason or furthermore. So all these will be applicable to Brahma. What are those? Vidhi, we know, do this. Or pratishedha, prohibition. Don't do this. Vikalpa, alternative, we have seen all this. Samuchaya, Samuchaya we had not seen. Synthesis. Samuchaya is combining certain things like karma, upasana, you combine, so like that. Samuchaya. Utsarga, we have seen, general rule. Apavada, exception. Badha, so badha is contradiction. Here badha is contradiction. So abhyuchaya, abhyuchaya is addition. All these vyavasthita vikalpadaya, vyavasthita means centered. Vikalpadaya is like this. Vikalpadaya, the varieties of possibilities or alternatives. Vyavasthita, centered. Centered on what? Vidhi, pratisheda, vikalpa, samuchaya, utsarga, apavada, badha, abhyuchaya. All these will have no api also. Prasajjeran. Prasajjeran means will hold good. For what? Brahman. All that applies to karma, so sadhya vastu will hold good to Brahma, will be applicable to Brahma. Let it be so. Better no, varieties are there, better no. You can choose one of them. It says, na vastuni yuktam etat. For a given thing, this is not correct. Means all these varieties of possibilities for an existent thing in gaining its knowledge is not correct. Why? Not proper. He says, do you know what will happen? Nisvabhava prasanga. You are going to land in a prasanga means contingency. Akasmika prasanga. Suddenly you land where? In Nisvabhava. Nisvabhava means the thing will cease to exist as the thing. Nisvabhava means the thing will lose its true nature. Swabhava, you know, true nature of a thing. Nisvabhava means a given thing will be without its true nature. That is, he says, a thing will cease to exist as the thing. In the sense, the thing will be featureless, means what the prasanga, the contingency of featurelessness, devoid of unique feature of a given thing. You see, everything is determined by its unique feature. It will not be there in anything as such. So how? He says, he explains, Tathacha, accordingly, if it becomes Nisvabhava, he says, Ekasmin Vastuni, in a given thing, he takes the example given in Bhashya, Sthanu Purusha, that example is in. Now in the proposed, that post and the man example, Sthanu Purushaha va iti vikalpaha. Is it a post or a man? This is vikalpa, means doubt. Vikalpa also has got different meanings. Here it means vikalpa means doubt. So now it is vikalpa. This vikalpa is not like a doubt or a option. Vikalpa also option. This is not an option like that in the karma kanda, where, for example, na vaikalpika dravya tyagavat. Vaikalpika means optional. Vaikalpika means optional. Dravya Tyaga is like this. See, in a yaga, there is an option given in terms of oblation. Vrihi can be used, Yava can be used. So therefore what is given? Option is given. Further. But one thing, ghee is to be offered, but dalda cannot be offered. Dalda can be given. Why? Shruti has not given. The option is not to say, ghee is very costly and therefore let me use dalda. Dalda is there nowadays also. Still continues. Olden days dalda is there. So therefore it is there. Certain brands continue for ages, I think. Anyway, so therefore you can't say. If it was mentioned in the Shruti, that is, by ghee you can do, say, by dalda you can, then it is possible. So not that way. You say, that is vikalpa. So that is option, without doubt. Say, that is vaikalpika dravya tyagavat means a certain oblation to be offered is given in terms of option. So that dravya tyaga also means yaga jnanavat, about the knowledge of a yaga in terms of offering the oblation. This oblation or that oblation. Option is given. Who gives this? Shruti gives, and therefore to whom it is available? To the yajamana or the ritvik who is doing the yaga. Like that, you want to know a something that is there, you can't say it can be sthanu, post, or it can be man or a thief. Such a vikalpa is not there. If you want to know it, you have to know as it is, whether it is sthanu or purusha, exactly as it is you have to know. So therefore say, that being the case, vaikalpika dravya tyagavat sthanu purushaha va, this is not an option. That's such a thing. Na samyak jnanam bhavati. It doesn't become samyak jnana. Means it either it is a post or a man thief is not a correct knowledge. What knowledge it is? Brahma. It is Brahma jnana. It is Brahma jnana. So then what is knowledge? Sthanu eva iti nischitaikarthata paramarthe. Actually what was there was a sthanu only post. So therefore sthanu eva, it is a post only. Iti means this type of knowledge which is nischita ekarthata means having the same object in view. Earlier what was that? Sthanu or purusha? No, it is what? Sthanu only, centered on a definite thing which is actually there. That is in which case paramarthe. Paramarthe means here in reality, in its true nature, in reality. Sthanu or purusha is vikalpa, it is Brahma. It is only because sthanu, it is sthanu is what? Is the knowledge which is so in reality. Why so? Because yataha, the reason is yataha vastu swabhava paratantram siddha vastu jnanam na jnana paratantram vastu. The reason is rule he gives. Take anvaya yataha siddha vastu jnanam. Yataha, because siddha vastu jnanam vastu swabhava paratantram. Vastu swabhava paratantram. Add kintu vastu jnana paratantram na. Kintu vastu jnana paratantram na. It's a great rule it is. Yataha, because, what is it? Siddha vastu jnana. Knowledge of a given thing, knowledge of an existent thing, it depends on what? Vastu swabhava paratantram. It is dependent on, it is subservient to vastu. Swabhava means the true nature of the thing. Kintu means whereas, vastu, see the given thing, existent thing, jnana paratantram na. A given thing doesn't depend on the knowledge. Simple. Knowledge of a given thing depends on the true nature of the thing, but the true nature of a thing doesn't depend on the knowledge. Who determines the nature of knowledge? Vastu. See, yadi syat. Okay, let us see. Why you insist on that? Let the knowledge of a thing, see, then let the vastu also depend on the knowledge of thing. I think you are clear about this. A given thing depends, the knowledge of a given thing depends on the nature of the thing. The thing doesn't depend on the knowledge of the thing. Yadi syat, for suppose a given thing depends on the knowledge that you have gained. You are going to land in big problem. Do you know what is that? Yadi syat means if vastu depends on the knowledge gained by you, he says, Shukti rajatam tatha syat. Shukti rajata. What is Shukti rajata? A shell mistaken as silver will actually become what? Silver. You may say Ishtapatti. Desired thing. Say, you saw a shell and it became the silver. But when the Rajju becomes Rajju Sarpa, you saw the Sarpa but actually was Rajju, and because you saw the Sarpa, it will become Sarpa, then you had it. Why that much? You see, nowadays, with this modern dress, many times you can't make out whether it is a boy or a girl. With the hairstyle and the jeans, etc., you can't make out whether a boy or a girl. And you saw someone and you mistook it for a girl. Actually, who was it? A boy. What did happen? The boy will become the girl. Oh, there was a girl and you saw it to be a boy. So, girl will become boy. I think it should happen. Nobody will dare to wear shabbily the clothes, is it not? So, is it that? No. So, your jnana is not going to, you can't say, no, sir, look here. Shukti Rajata is Brahma. Who told you it is knowledge? Yes, because it is given as example, you say, but when you actually see, you take it to be Rajata. A person mistakes the Rajju for the Sarpa, you don't say it is Brahma. If Brahma is there, he will laugh, he is running away. Why? Yes, for him, it is a snake is the knowledge. So therefore, see, if the knowledge determines the Vastu, the Shukti also, that means Shukti Rajata will be actually Shukti, a Rajju Sarpa will be actually a Sarpa, which is not correct at all. So therefore you say, so this is as far as the knowledge of a thing is concerned, where Vastu Yathatmya Jnana. But as for knowledge of Dharma Jidnyasa, he says, you have to take whatever knowledge is imparted as true, even though in fact it is wrong. In fact, it is wrong. So how? Let us see. Give the example. He gives the example. Kartavya jnanam punaha vaiparitye api samyageva. Kartavya jnana means knowledge of something to be done, either yaga or upasana, etc. Vaiparitye api, even though it is viparita, means it is inconsistent with the actual thing. Knowledge of something to be done is Inconsistent means at variance with the actual thing. Still it is what? Samyageva. It is valid knowledge, correct knowledge. It will be clear when we take the example. It says, Yoshavav Gautama Agnihi Ityadishu Darshana. This is from Chandogya. Panchagni Vidya is the context. O Gautama, a king is imparting the Panchagni Vidya knowledge to a Brahmana. A Gautama, Yosha Vava Gautama Agnihi. Say Yosha means a woman. Woman is the fire. In the Panchagni Vidya, it means you have to look upon the woman as the fire. There are many 5 fires are there. Not actual fires, such things only as such. The woman is the fire. Can the woman be fire? A woman can be fiery. she can be fiery, but she can't be fire. Is it not wrong? A woman telling a woman to be fire? Yet it is correct knowledge. Why correct knowledge? Who has told? Shruti. What for it is told? It is not the Siddhartha knowledge, Kartavya Jnana, that look upon the woman as what? Agni. So like this. So look upon the heaven as fire. Look upon these clouds as fire. Like that it goes on as well. 5 other. So now it is correct knowledge. You can't say, how can woman be fire? No. This is the upasana. So that's why they say, in the case of that is kartavya jnanam, about knowledge of something to be done, vaiparityapi, even though there is contrariety or it is inconsistent actual thing, it is correct knowledge, just as a woman is looked upon as the fire, it is darshana. So therefore he concludes that Tatra evam sati brahmajnanamapi vastu tantram eva bhuta vastu vishayatva. So this being the case, brahmajnana is what? Vastu tantra, decided by the vastu. Why? It is about the thing already existing. Ataha yuktaha yuktehe anupraveshaha. Anupravesha means adaptation, accommodation, addition of yukti means manana, tarka is proper. Anubhavapeksha cha. Anubhavapeksha means necessity of Brahma Sakshatkara. Atma Anubhava, Brahmanubhava also is proper. Na itaratra, not elsewhere. What is the itaratra? Natu kartavya, not in kartavya. So now you know why Anubhava, Manana, Nididhyasana are necessary for gaining the knowledge of Brahma, which are not necessary in the case of Dharma Jinyasa. Right? I took because Padmapadacharya is a direct person as such. Ratnaprabha has given this, but here it is. Now same thing, in fact repetition in some other word by Vidyaranya Muni in Vivarana Prameya Sangha. He refers to this Bhashya statement. Anubhava avasanatva bhuta vastu vishayatvacha brahma jnanasya. So next time we will see how Vidyaranya Muni, he puts it in a very inference form, logically, etc. And so he proves that Anubhava is indispensable for the Siddha Vastu. It is not like Kartavya Vastu, Kartavya or Dharma Jinyasa. We'll see. Om Swasti.
Vrukshasyaderiva kirtim prushtam gireriva urva pavitro vajiniva swamrutamasmi dravina pumsavarchasam sumedha amrutokshitaha iti trisham korvedanuvachanam. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Devam pranam abhindriyanyapi chala buddhim cha shunyam viduhu stri balanta jadopa योगिनः मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पितमहा व्यामोहसमुहारिणे तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये अशुभानि निराचष्टे तनोति शुभसन्ततिं स्मृतिमात्रेण यत्पुंसां ब्रह्मतन्मङ्गलं परम् अतिकल्याणरूपत्वात् नित्यकल्याणसंश्रयात् स्मर्तॄणां वरदत्वाच्च ब्रह्मतन्मङ्गलं विदुः ओङ्कारश्चात्मशब्दश्च द्वावेतौ ब्रह्मणः पुरा कण्ठं भित्त्वा विनीयात